question be about Mammy Bisa na yen.
They are ready.
Obisi me Bisa say reshuffle by when you will take on this.
We have a problem with that. And ministers be here with impunity. I have a big problem with that. Now, me no reshuffle, and yet 2 years, 4 years, 2 months.
To the spotlight. Welcome to your show. Welcome to the biggest platform where very authoritative news is taken from. Yes, welcome to our show. Welcome to the biggest trending issue for today. And that is about Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Honorable Kennedy Akuffo-Addo. Is that the name? Wow, that's it. Now, he has stirred up some controversies, big issues, big talking points, and I want you and I to be doing the same because we need to analyze what the man is saying. I think sometimes maybe Okakano say this platform. I am expecting you, my discerning viewers, to give me your comments because this one is the big one, and you heard it. I say for him, if he's given the power as the president of Ghana, we a minister, obesani KPI man. Now, one perform within 2 months, on train 2 years and not 4 years. But within 2 years, within 2 months. Well, hold on. Just subscribe to the page before I give you the full information that you need. That's what I want you to do. Subscribe and make sure that you share the link to someone. Anyone who hasn't subscribed, okay? So give the link to that person and let that person to also that. Subscribe. Yeah, the Sana Maker. Now let's zoom straight to the spotlight of today. This is the spotlight. Welcome back. Welcome to us. But you know what? Let me give you my question for the day, so that whilst you are watching the video, you write your response. I want you to respond to this question of the day, and the question is simple. You see how very vociferous Honorable Kennedy Agyapong is. He's an outspoken honorable member of parliament who want to ascend to the seat of the presidency. Now, Onyesa Kasakeke. So this is the question. Do we, Ghana, current dispensation are normally very, challenging with respect to governance, other political issues? Do we need such a person who is one, vociferous, two, very wild in quotes? He is just a man packaged to come and stop all the impunity. And then the last one, do you think Honorable Kennedy Agyapong is the right person or the by a governance structure so that Akuffo will say we are in for business? That's my question. I hope you understood the question. Now, let's go to what we are talking about, our spotlight for today. Now, it's all about this interview Honorable Kennedy Agyapong had with Sky Power FM in Takoradi. And the stories are very, very challenging. To me, I think KPI in Ebano, it is going to help everyone. Because if somebody is in a sector and the person is not performing, now what sign say my performance no then it means it's suffice to say that you will be focused on your job and you do the right thing. Now you heard Honorable Kennedy Agyapong saying that if he gives you the portfolio as a minister, he wouldn't wait for 2 years or 4 years. Of course, it's on record say the current government are a member of parliament, said this government for 8 years, for 7 to 8 years, you won't reshuffle be until say Alan Chamantain resigned, and then Dr. Ifria Koto also resigned from their portfolios as the Minister of Trade and Minister of Agric, respectively, one or appointing new people. Now, we've also heard, of course, for the spotlight, our ears are at the Flagstaff House, the presidency. And we heard it, that the president says these people are performing, so he doesn't need to do any reshuffle. But contrary to President's opinion, Honorable Kennedy Agyapong is saying that for him, if he gives you an appointment, or better performance, within a space of 2 months. Why had a messako or reshuffle? He will take you out of the place and then replace you with somebody else. Now, he made an allusion to something, which I want you to listen to the video and then we talk about it. Just listen to it.
Question be about Mammy Bisa na yen.
May you ready?
Obisi mi bisa say reshuffle abai when you will take on it.
I have a problem with that. And ministers be here with impunity. I have a big problem with that. Now, I mean, reshuffle, and yet 2 years, 4 years, 2 months.
Oh, no, yes, ministers need to mean you.
Now, you know, could this guy, you're out. You're out. Madam, yes, sir. Young develop who? Wikipedia. Now, suffer by pacho, or hinted in the Kente by pacho, politician, why would be your business? No, I threaten to send your MPP for a Bawula UTV. I mean, what is this? You can't do that in any country. You cannot. Sir, Motumia Bawula, a private TV and radio station. Say, and come on, some Mamunti. Wow. All this must change. MPP for Guyanumasi. President Bawumia was say, or the liberty, journalism, media, and all those things. I think the idea in the buyer, no percent, every TV station and I say media, no, a candy papa who was some, near one cabian, no more bold the whole could to trust him. And they say, I wouldn't NBC for him for here to travel. Employment for them by establishing businesses all over the constituencies and the regions. And I can do it because I'm going for say Mount TMD. Maybe you can see all the factories that I have everywhere.
Okay, so you see, he's saying that very often in the presidency, say obi a minister na onye adwuma on to me perform well. The key performance index on to me uplift no. Na wakofra ahemfo. Wakofra asofo. No one by presidency aba pacho. Now, look at this. Your president alma be nyina omo ye Christian for. Until omo wonkofo a they have that reverence for. So asofo or man say enidie no. Baby ofri no ahemfo no or say ebuo no e de ma. So sometimes when these people are not performing very well, they will push these chiefs and reverend ministers and imams and what have you to the presidency. And then they will go and beg the president, oh, wait there, or yeah, this year, unim, oh, unim, wofa, nimpon way, nechiriba, nasi, nuknu, ne brother, and what pointing into it, yeah, fear, and these are the things they talk about. They talk about the fact that every person the president has appointed is related one way or the other with him. So therefore, don't change them or don't sack them to that extent. Now, this is our country. The country is moving into a different dispensation. And that's why our question is very relevant. Do we need such a person? Obi a oba ni a dane. On kasa brana ba ye betna wona ye kokwasa na bosom so na Ghana fo tuoka budruja wo dan uda edan mu free. You have your own house free. You have 2 securities. You have 2 housemates. Wo yere kra aban tuanaka. In fact, womma ye ma a domestic allowances. Such a person, na say the key performance index, he doesn't meet even halfway. Then you tell us that after all Ghanaians suffering to pay their taxes for you to pay those ministers, they should go scot-free. Relax it. Listen, every minister has a 4x4 vehicle and a saloon car. Minister be out 2 cars. Deputy ministers, and one mukra a higher portfolio be a minister for finance, deputy minister for finance or presidency, and what have you. Some of them are having 2 vehicles, but the others, majority of them are using 1 vehicle. And all of them are chauffeur driven by the state, or we pay their driver, we give them fuel and everything in between. So what is the reason why you appoint you to be a minister on to me perform? Meanwhile, with the men politics, this government, they told us that we have the men. Well, we didn't know they are the Goro boys. But that is not what we are talking about. We are talking about Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Do you believe that with the way he is speaking and his posturing, Ghana will have such a president or man call for opportunity to just mess up their ministries? That's what I want to hear from you. And some very basic, important things he spoke about. And I want to talk about that one. Now, he spoke about, you see, people being lazy. Agyapong said something. And in the video, I want you to just appreciate that. Listen, President Akuffo-Addo, I'm not a minister for justice and attorney general. And we repeal the criminal libel law. Now, that law was promulgated during the time of PNDC. And the issue was that now most of the journalists, majority of the journalists, and as a media houses, now they speak against the military rule during the PNDC. So the PNDC also came out with a law. So what kasatia abaina ewa kwanya won't mean justify. Then the criminal libel law, they will take you to court and then they will use that against you. That is why some, media gurus, for example, a friend saying, Kosi Pratt, yes, a vulnerable Kosi Pratt went to prison because of that. Whatever, our old man, after Kosi Pratt is Kokubako, all of them went. So Kennedy is saying something. Why is it that President Yi criminal libel law during Kufuor's time? After the party or government, that's a media no enkasa in favor of the governance. Also, allow youth, they go on rampage against the government. You see, this is the kind of president he want to be. And your guess is as good as mine. No, but listen, he has made it very clear that Vice President Bawumia, the performance with respect to the accolade that be the man who say the economic wizkid, the Alan Smith of whatever, or this or that, say
you came on your own,
right,
to sell your ideas, but
yes,
you are Bodopa, a vice president,
right.
He's an economist. I know you're also an astute economist. Has he failed in a Akuffo-Addo government?
Oh, of course, yes.
He has failed.
Yeah, of course. The man said, when Mahama, media no grace in Lumumpa, and I can Japan or my NDC ammunition, NDC for Muntikuruma. When the man said, when your fundamentals are weak, your exchange rate will expose you. When he was saying that $1 was 4 cedis, and now current DC for 3 cedis, 80 pesos, and today 11.5. The rate of depreciation. What are we going to say? And to me, the baby had no credit be any account. Neither were unfairly or a mate.
But the failure near the MPP party.
But Eba say digital dia unka say MPP, I know there you take credit. Eba say bibi nya dia wo say now you mate. Please, you see, I don't want individual, but media means rohwe makama chiro. Because I was suspecting the year 2016 oka economy ho asem ye and compensate say our call round to make economy ho asem. He talks about digital. Let me tell you something. Make Western North tie economist. Muntie, tomato seller is the best economist I've ever seen. One polling station woman organized a catch and said, Honorable, maybe one ma mean to about. Nam so what they was it? First, a bucket of tomatoes are number 10 cedis. And then the same quantity, no, maybe 50 cedis. Me get to ashi. Inti minya jumanye metifie economist Ben Chewi. He's been able to analyze the cost of 10 cedis tomatoes about 3 years ago now is 50 cedis, and she needs more money to go and buy. She doesn't have it into a TV. Sa mami we Wokotoaba, does she understand the guitar? No. Please, Mummy Yankano Grow. I'm painful be on my yentia. Woman guy jata ban and still Mopa somebody and Sakoshem because of Nyamunkwamba DNT. Delegates, you should wake up. Yanyi party needs you.
Listen to Kennedy Agyapong. I say no. Inflation no pa yanko will be a market woman and as all ton tomatoes. I say first, not all the 10 city top tomatoes a bucket back one. See onya 50 cities. And they are the best economics because for them they can easily see the inflation between what pertaining to earlier governance and then CCR. And at the same time, don't forget he made mention of the city. And this for say, 3 city 80 pesos. But CCR no 11 cities 45 or 50 pesos. So he says Bawumia has failed. And I think MPP delegates, you must take a cue from what the man is talking about. Maybe what he's saying is true, but don't forget to give us your answers to the question I gave you, our question for the day. Until we come your way again another time, hey, this is the Spotlight. We shall meet again another time. Bye, bye, bye.